I'm here to talk to you about how you can create a profile which is going to help you to attract followers. The three benefits of social media marketing is that when you show up on social media, you get the direct benefit, but you always have indirect benefits. And of course, the work you put in today leads to future benefits. Let me talk to you about a client of mine, David. He joined my coaching academy last year, and by using the framework that I'm going to share with you right now, he hit his annual sales target in March of last year. But the indirect benefit is what he wasn't expected. He was headhunted. He started to be seen as an expert among his peers. Another one of my clients, again, the direct benefit was all the sales she generated as a result of the campaigns we ran for her. But the indirect benefit, she started being invited to be a keynote speaker at high industry events and to contribute to different articles in magazines. And of course, that led to an increased income for her as well. And we know what doesn't work. So if you don't show up at all, it doesn't work on LinkedIn. If you're inconsistent, or if you have poor branding, generic content, if you confuse people or poor messaging, that doesn't work. And it's very similar in that in the real world, imagine you were invited to a networking event in your locality. If you didn't show up, you're not going to get any benefit. It's the same on LinkedIn. If you show up and you just don't talk to anyone, you stay at the back of the room drinking tea and coffee, it's the same on LinkedIn. You don't get any benefit if you show up and you don't talk to anyone. So this is the framework I want to talk you through here. It's my 5 C's for LinkedIn success. The first step is to craft. When anybody gets your attention, and Richard mentioned it earlier on, the first thing they do is they check out your profile. So before you create any content, before you engage with others, you must optimize your profile. Because when you optimize your profile and somebody checks you out, then they understand what you're about and why they should connect with you. Just some key elements to look at. First of all, your profile picture. It should look like you. If people get a fright when they meet you in real life or they don't recognize you on a Zoom call because your profile picture is 10 years old, you need to change it. If it's poor quality, or if it's you, not in an inappropriate setting, change it. So your profile picture is hugely important. Next thing, your cover image. So again, this is an opportunity to showcase your products and your services. Your headline is hugely important. People, when they check out your profile, that's the first thing they read. But if you comment on a post, they get to see the first 4 or 5 words of your headline. And of course, your about section shows people what you do, and your services section shows people what you can do for them. The second step that you need to follow in this framework is to connect with people and build a strategic network of meaningful relationships. Just don't sit back and wait for people to connect with you. Seek out the people that you want to connect with. You have control over that. Step 3, contribute. So engage with others by commenting, sharing insights, and adding value. Because guess what, everybody? When you engage, when you comment on somebody's stuff, it ends up in their notifications. You can see there, Anita Wong loved your comment, Anita Wong replied to your comment. Step 4 then is to create content. So post original content that positions you as a thought leader. Because only 1.5% of LinkedIn users regularly create content. The 5th C that I want to talk to you about is to convert. And so if you want to turn your connections into conversations, leads, and sales, then what I say you need to do is to avoid the nurture trap. And the nurture trap is very real. 50% of all the businesses that I survey when they come into my webinars, I ask them this question, and people tell me that they spend a lot of time on social media creating content, but it doesn't necessarily turn into customers. And so my answer to this is that you need to build a customized social sales funnel. And this is what I help people do in my coaching academy, in my coaching program. It's to build an intentional process to guide potential customers from awareness towards a sale. And it uses tactics like social media content, lead magnets, email marketing, and paid ads. They are the 5 C's to LinkedIn success.
Wow.
Optimize your profile, connect with people, contribute by engaging, create content, and convert. And in fact, there is a 6th C, and it is consistency.
Thank you for being on time, for starting on time, finishing on time, and for totally rocking out. And also, you did a great job promoting. She had me on her podcast. She made reels out of it. She's a real expert. She has both an academy and she also has an agency. So definitely hit her up. She's an amazing person to know. Book meetings with her. Thank you so much, Louise, for doing this and for your wonderful kindness.